Albert Camus' The Stranger centers on a provocative premise that society is far more threatened by a man who refuses to lie about his feelings than by a man who commits a crime. Set in French Algeria, the story follows Meursault, a man whose primary connection to the world is through his physical senses, rather than emotion. We can map Meursault's journey from a quiet clerk to a condemned man across 5 pivotal events. It begins with his mother's funeral. While those around him perform the rituals of grief, Meursault remains preoccupied with the exhausting heat and his own desire to sleep. This split screen highlights the growing friction. Society expects a display of profound sorrow, but Meursault only registers the physical exhaustion of the long walk and the glare of the sun. The funeral establishes Meursault's baseline. He is a character who prioritizes the immediate reality of his body over the abstract social codes of mourning. The day after the funeral, Meursault goes for a swim, meets a woman named Marie, and begins a casual affair. He returns to his routine immediately, failing to observe the extended period of mourning that his neighbors and coworkers expect. The third event involves his neighbor, Raymond. When Raymond asks for help writing a manipulative letter to a girlfriend he intends to punish, Meursault agrees, simply because he has no reason to refuse. This passive complicity shows a total lack of a traditional moral compass. Meursault isn't choosing to be cruel, he is simply drifting through events as they happen. Everything changes on a beach in the Algiers sun. It is a moment of total sensory assault, sweat stinging Meursault's eyes, the salt on his lips, and the blinding light reflecting off an opponent's knife like a physical weight. Triggered by the glare, Meursault fires once. He pauses, then fires 4 more shots into the body. There is no premeditation or history of hatred. In this moment, the internal pressure of the physical environment reaches a breaking point, turning the murder into a reflex of the body rather than a calculated decision. The 5th and final event is the trial. To Meursault's confusion, the legal proceedings largely ignore the facts of the shooting to focus instead on his behavior at his mother's funeral. The prosecution uses this data to paint a picture of a monster. To the court, not crying for his mother is more damning than the homicide. Because he refuses to perform the emotions society demands, he is viewed as a threat and sentenced to death. Awaiting execution, Meursault rejects a chaplain's attempts to offer religious comfort. He realizes the universe is purely physical, vast, and entirely indifferent to human life. This is the core of Camus' philosophy. By accepting that the universe does not care, Meursault finds a strange peace. He faces the guillotine not as a victim, but as a man finally free from the burden of artificial meaning.